Hello everyone and welcome back to the Football Manager 2020 simulation of Euro 2020, and the game that we have for you today is France versus Denmark, where both teams won their opener in Group B, and following the 1-0 victory for Russia, that puts three teams in the group on 3 points. Obviously Russia have played 2 games, but depending on how this one goes, that sets up a really tasty game between Russia and Denmark in the final game of the group. France obviously looking to capitalise as favourites in this group and secure essentially their qualification if they win. And let's jump into the game and show you the teams for this. And here in Copenhagen, we've got France to the left, and they've got Lloris in goal, a back four of Pavard, Varane, Umtiti and Mendy, N'Golo Kante anchoring that midfield with Paul Pogba and Tolisso. Ahead of him, Ousmane Dembele on the right, Kylian Mbappe on the left, and Antoine Griezmann through the middle. Meanwhile, Denmark line up in a 4-2-3-1 formation with Kasper Schmeichel in goal, Vass, Christensen, Kjær and Dermisi in their defence, Delaney and Eriksen in the base of their midfield with Skov on the right, Victor Fischer on the left, and Falk in the middle in that number 10 role with Jorgensen up front spearheading that attack. And let's go into this game, as I think this is going to be a really interesting game. Obviously France, the heavy favourites going into this game, but lining up with a bit of a deeper midfield, missing that number 10 that Denmark do have, but you know, with N'Golo Kante, it's almost like an extra man in midfield there. So that should allow Pogba and Tolisso to surge forward and essentially dictate play. And you can see there Paul Pogba with some early balls out, but it's Denmark who have the opening bit of possession so far, as Mendy puts challenge in and falls to Ousmane Dembele, who surges forward. It's dispossessed by Delaney, but that only goes to Kylian Mbappe, who runs forward, and that was just over the bar there. Decent counter-attack there from France, and you can see there, score stay as is. It will put France and Denmark on 4 points with Russia on 3. Poland would therefore be out with essentially 1 game to go, and they'd need 4 points as Umtiti's header crashes off the bar, and that goes over. And decent opportunity there for France to take the lead early on in this game, but Umtiti couldn't take it with his point-blank header. Jorgensen knocks it down to Fischer and is in the box, and that's straight at Lloris, and that was a great opportunity there for Denmark to take a lead, well, pretty much against a run of play here. Dermisi will take the corner kick, and Delaney's header knocks down to Eriksen, and that's been cleared, and N'Golo Kante clears that once more. But Vass has a free kick here, and that's hit the wall. Skov and Griezmann can break here, as France can launch a counter-attack. What can the Barcelona attacker do here? He's tripped by Skov, and it's a free kick in a very appetising position, but we're not going to see that free kick as time has gone on. And it's about 50-50 with possession so far. I think Denmark just edging it, as Tolisso has the ball, and his effort drags just wide of that post. Ousmane Dembele has a booking, and we're 27 minutes into this game, and bar the opening couple of highlights that we've got at the start of the game, it's been a pretty drab half as Dermisi's free kick comes in. Varane heads that clear. Now Eriksen back to Dermisi, and what can the fullback do is put the ball in. Skov's header, and it's Denmark 1, France 0, and this will put Denmark through to the next round and on 6 points after 2 games if they can keep up this level of performance throughout 90 minutes. In the 32nd minute, a great cross in there by Dermisi, and Skov gets behind the defence, and he's got pretty much an open goal to head that into. And just a quick offside check. Yep, he is onside there. Great time to run there. Fantastic ball in by Dermisi, and Skov has given the lead to Denmark as we're getting through to half time here with 2 minutes added on. And there we go, there's a half time whistle. And by that opening 10-15 minutes, it's been pretty even actually. France had a couple of good opportunities. Obviously, that header from Umtiti from the corner that hit the bar. Mbappe's had an effort, and surprisingly, Denmark have the lead, but they've created some decent opportunities from set pieces, and they've deserved that goal really, given how they've performed. But they need to keep out for another 45 minutes. They've got the home field advantage here, with the game being in Denmark, but at the same time, with the quality that this France team have, you can't rule them out. But let's see what the second half will bring, as France really need to start pressing forward. But given the technical quality that they've got, that Denmark have in midfield, in the likes of Fischer, with Eriksen, they've got plenty of talent in there to create chances in behind that France defence, as Tolisso finds Mbappe on the left and has played that back all the way to N'Golo Kante. Now Umtiti on the ball, out wide to Mendy, and what can you do here? The ball in is over everyone. Dembele's effort is blocked and Fischer can clear that. Skov can run at the defence now. He's not got many in support, and Pogba dispossesses him and knocks it out for a Denmark throw. Right, and Denmark have a corner here in the 51st minute as Skov's put that in, and Jorgensen's header goes over the bar. And the big forward there should have really done better with the header there. He wasn't too far out from goal, but France are still in this with just over half an hour to go. Benjamin Mendy into N'Golo Kante. Back to Mendy now. He's got a few players ahead of him, but he plays it across to Kante. And the ball out wide to Dembele is found. He's running at the defence. He's cut inside, and his effort drags well wide of goal. Good move outside the box for France, but they just couldn't do anything with it, as Schmeichel's goal kick was poor, but Fischer with a great tackle on Dembele. Now Demisi loses out to Dembele, and that's gone into Griezmann, but that's a great block in there by the Danish centre-half, and that's out for a corner. Dembele to take it in. Delaney clears that one out, and Mbappe on the edge of the box. He's played it back to Mendy, and the fullback is dispossessed, and that's out for a throw into France. And France are really starting to push for this now, but Denmark holding firm so far and keeping France at arm's length, as Varane plays that free kick short into Dembele. Now Paul Pogba out wide to Mbappe, and it's a great first touch from the forward. Back to Mendy. Has played it back to Kante, and just exchanging some passes here, trying to work the spaces for some openings here, as Umtiti plays it into Pogba, and that's out wide to Dembele, and he's just kept that one in. Back to Pavard. Mbappe knocks it down to Tolisso, and that's been blocked by Vass. Now Pogba out to Kante. Now Pavard on the ball once more. Vass clears that one. Eriksen again clears the second ball, and Falk clears the third, but it's only as far as Varane. Umtiti now, and just wave after wave of French attack. Pogba into Mbappe. Back to Pogba, and that's another blocked effort there. Skov on the ball, just trying to slow play down Christensen. Again, just keeping the play nice and slow, frustrating that French team, as Griezmann plays that back to Mendy. Now Mbappe on the ball once more. And he's gone past Christensen, and that's wide of the post. And a couple of substitutions here. Martial and Matuidi on for Tolisso and Dembele. And France really starting to push forward for this now, as Victor Fischer goes off for Youssef Poulsen, as Mendy plays it back to Lloris. And France have just under 20 minutes to try and do something, as Matuidi heads that down to Mbappe, who switched towards the right wing as he surges forward, and Falk dispossesses him. Great tackle there from the midfielder, and France have another corner in this game. That's their 8th this game as Mbappe puts it in. Poulsen clears only as far as Matuidi on the edge of the box. Now Paul Pogba, and his effort is saved. And Kasper Schmeichel kept his hands on that. Great save there from the Leicester goalkeeper as he's cleared out this corner kick to Jorgensen. Now Demisi into Kier. Pavard heads that clear. Now Mbappe and France have another chance to run at Denmark as Martial comes in. He's blocked and he's hit the post, and that's wide. His effort was blocked first, and then he went for the second effort, and very unlucky there from the forward as there's just under 10 minutes as Denmark look to double their lead with Demisi on this corner. Paul Pogba clears that one out, but it's only as far as Skov. Now Demisi's cross again, and that's cleared, and France have a counter-attack here. They've got numbers in support. Griezmann has a couple to his left, but he goes ahead to Mbappe, and that finish rifled into the bottom corner there, and a great counter-attack, and from one of the hottest prospects in the world. What a finish that was. As you can see there, Griezmann running forward. He's found the perfectly weighted ball into Mbappe, and one touch and just rifled that into the bottom corner. Fantastic finish in there from Kylian Mbappe, and Denmark's defence has been breached. As you can see the table updating at the bottom, both teams on 4 points now as a poor goal kick out as Kasper Schmeichel just gets there in the end. That was a poor kick out, and it just went straight to Mbappe, and I'm surprised that Mbappe didn't try and take that from distance. He definitely has the ability to make that happen, but he didn't take it, as France still trying to work through this Danish defence, who seem pretty content with keeping the point. France with another throw. Griezmann nods that on, but it's only as far as Demisi. And can Denmark do something in this game? As Yusuf Poulsen is on the ball. Now Delaney. He's got Vass on the overlap here. And what can Denmark do? Eriksen in that number 10 role. Into Yusuf Poulsen. That's a good save by Hugo Lloris. Could have been the winner there from Yusuf Poulsen, but great save by the Tottenham goalkeeper as Demisi will take the resulting corner kick. And Denmark haven't got that many forwards. They're trying to prevent what happened last time with that counter-attack, but Lloris claims that corner kick, and with 3 minutes of additional time, can France find a winner here as Martial is running down the left and he's put the ball in. Mbappe's effort is blocked, and that's out for a corner. France with 31 efforts in this game. 9 of them have been blocked by a very, very hard-working defence here. But can they search for that winner with just over a minute to go as Martial puts in that ball and Kasper Schmeichel claims that, and we're about a minute left. And this is final chance saloon for either side to try and find something as Poulsen brings that down. His effort is blocked, and this might just be it. 20 seconds on the clock. Demisi to swing this corner in. He's not going to rush here. He's put the ball in. Jorgensen's beaten in the air. Poulsen into Delaney. Back to Højbjerg. Now Demisi, Skov, and that's the final whistle. Great game. France dominated this game massively here, especially in that second half. Really even first half, and Denmark did deserve their lead going into the half-time break, but France, with wave after wave after wave of attack, finally breached that Danish defence, and it's going to finish here 1-1. Both teams now on 4 points. Poland officially out, and going into the final game, Denmark on 4 points will play third place Russia, who have 3 points, and Denmark only need a draw to go through, and Russia will have to win in that final game. But that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe for future episodes, and make sure you hit that notification bell as well so you don't miss any videos, and I'll see you tomorrow for another episode.